If Alberta separates,
This is
they will
awesome.
be one of the richest countries in the world.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Yeah.
Of course they want to separate. They're tired of fucking funding the rest of Canada.
Actually, I'm just going to say something here. If Alberta separates, and eventually Saskatchewan, and then hopefully British Columbia, a lot of the laws that make people or deem people to be criminals, they will no longer be deemed to be criminals. They'll actually be deemed to be heroes, actually. And anybody from the West, from Ontario, that still believes that, they want to come over and visit, the new country of Alberta, they will actually be charged with hate crimes for actually agreeing with transgenderism and many other subjects out there I could get into, right? It'll actually be reversed, all right? So, in other words, it will be considered a hate crime, and not just a hate crime. It actually I don't want to call it a hate crime. There will actually technically be no more hate crimes. That first of all, people won't be charged for stupid things. Yes, racism, prejudice, all these things are bad, but as soon as you stop people from communicating by trying to control their speech, all right, guess what? You destroy communication, you destroy peace. Actually, these Bill C-22, Bill C-9, all that stupid stuff where it violates your right to read from a book, the Bible, or any other religious or non-religious book that explains from a scientific point of view, from a biblical point of view, from a Muslim point of view, that, being gay is wrong, it's a sin, blah, 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 and there's scientific evidence that lifestyle, that immoral lifestyle, which is obviously unclean, creates sicknesses and diseases. These people will be vindicated. And actually, it will be a crime, right, to actually teach our children. Now, by the way, I just want to say something about my videos. I usually, when YouTube asks me, or any whatever social platform asks me, is this okay for children to watch? Technically, it is. I think kids should be watching this right now. I don't like the fact that he's swearing. Then again, whatever. It's not a big deal to me, but I don't really want kids to hear that. But I have made a lot of videos where I wish kids would. Actually, children need to learn this. Sadly enough, they've got parents and governments that are forcing it down their throat, right, down their young, open minds, and trying to force them to believe in all this crazy, illogical, fraudulent beliefs that are absolutely lies. They're actually committing fraud. They're committing perjury. It's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, they have contempt for the nuclear family, right? For the God-designed, created family between a man and a woman and children, right? So anyways, I look forward to Alberta separating. I know it's going to happen one way or another. If it doesn't, trust me, things will get worse. And maybe they won't separate in one way, but they will be separate, even if they don't, get it done. But I know it will happen. It's got to. It's got to, man. Anyways, at the end of the day, that's still not going to solve all our problems. But it's a stepping stone anyways. Of course, I look forward to Armageddon, because that's what we really need, but that's a whole nother subject. So anyways, watch along here, guys.
Our economy sucks, yet we have all these natural resources that we're not allowed to use for climate change.
Right.
Which
Yeah, to make solar panels, by the way, guys, you need oil, just so you know.
Thought
Thought I'd throw that out there.
Global warming to climate change, because people noticed the planet wasn't warming up.
Ontario does contribute to Canada a lot as well, but I do not blame Alberta for wanting to separate.
Like Alberta.
Actually, I blame people for not wanting to separate.
The rest of Canada is going down fast, and
If Alberta separates, they will be one of the richest countries in the world.
Yeah,
Fact.
like that.
Exactly.
Of course
Absolute.
they want to separate. They're tired of
Will be a
fucking
new
funding
fact.
the rest
Yep.
of Canada.
If it happens.
Our economy sucks, yet we have all these natural resources that we're not allowed to use for climate change, which is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
You ever notice how they changed the name from global warming to climate change? Because people noticed the planet wasn't warming up.
Ontario does contribute to Canada a lot as well, but I do not blame Alberta for wanting to separate.
Like
Yeah.
Alberta.
Okay, so I'm going to stop this there. So kind of watch that twice there, and of course I like to ad lib, add my 2 cents. So another thing I like to mention is, never in my life have I ever forced anyone to put up a flag on government buildings or put a Christian flag, on a pavement, to paint it on a sidewalk pavement or anything like that. Never, ever. People should be given the choice and not have it pushed down their throats. Not religion, not whatever cult you want to be part of. no matter if you're part of the Alphabet Club or whatever you're part of. If you're part of the Hells Angels, they shouldn't be allowed to put their, Hells Angel flag, on the government building. Like, what about those poor guys? What about them? And it's like, by the way, I'm joking here, but at the same time, I'm serious. It's absolutely insane, okay, that a group of people can push their lies, absolute lies. At first, I could understand where they were coming from, and I kind of, to some degree, felt somewhat bad for people from different ethnic backgrounds and whatever sexualities. I kind of felt bad to some degree, but ultimately, you make that choice, and you know what? I don't feel bad for it anymore, because you see the slippery slope. When you start telling little lies, and you start, tolerating stuff that we should absolutely have zero tolerance for, guess what? It's like that one bad apple, that rotten apple that got into the barrel and nobody took it out, and now guess what? The whole barrel is starting to go bad, right? All the good ones are starting to turn out to be bad ones. So anyways, there you go, guys. Just I look forward to Alberta separating. Even though I don't get involved in politics, I got to admit, when a politician or a group of people actually do something good, hey, and especially when it's on God's laws, facts, scientific facts, the way God created us to be, when you follow that, when you realize, even people that believe in the theory of evolution, when they actually, we didn't get here, guys, by two men or two women. We got here through, heterosexuality, right? If there's a flag that should be put up anywhere, it should be Family Day, and it should be the nuclear family, right? You should be proud that you're straight, proud that you had a mom and a dad. You should be proud of those things. And that, if you're going to be proud of anything, be proud of that. Just remember, guys, pride is before a fall, especially false pride. All right, guys, enough of me. You take care. Have a great day. Bye for now.